What's good, everybody? It's your girl Jakayla A, and I'm back with another nail tutorial. This is another Valentine's Day nail inspo video. I am doing the prep right now on my client. I am pushing back the cuticle with the Sandy Man. I still use a cuticle pusher too, but I kind of learned how to get the cuticle pushed back with the Sandy Man. It's a time saver, and I don't even know why I still do both, but I do. My Sandy Man is in fine, and I have my McCart nail dust collector underneath me. The nails are white, or you could see like a little ashiness, but it's like uniformly at the same level on all the nails because we had to do a soak off. She came from one of the shops, the Vietnamese shops in our area, and y'all, that product and that acrylic from this specific shop, I'm not gonna say all, but this specific one, it was so sticky. It was literally like hard honey. Like, I hate their product. I hate their product. I hate soaking their product off. It is a nightmare. But we got through it, and she only had an overlay, so it wasn't that bad. I'm not gonna act like it was that bad. It actually went pretty quickly because she only had an overlay, and I filed it down very, very thin. But even filing it down very thin, it's just so hard to break up on a soak off. But whatever. That's why you can kind of see that cast across her hands. She's not ashy. We just did a soak off. Today, the tips I'm using are my McCart tips in clear. I'm using my KDS glue, and we are doing a double tip. So after I found the sizes, I went ahead and found two of the same size for each finger. So instead of setting up 10 tips, I set up 20. I go across and I secure the first tip over all 5 nails. Because by the time I get to the thumb and I done put a tip on the thumb, the pinky should be dry enough for me to go now and put the double tip or the second tip on the pinky. And you're about to see that in a second. When you're doing this, just keep the second tip, as straight as possible. You want them to be as square as possible That will give you a better shape. I used the nail tip cutter to get my length where I want it to be, and then I used the straight edge nail clipper to just debulk the sides. This is kind of like a coffin tapered square look. It's not a slim coffin. I wanted the real estate to really show the design that I painted on, so I didn't want it to be too narrow, but it's somewhere between coffin and tapered square, so I just used to debulk the sides. And then that file that you see right there laying to my right, I used that 8080 grit file to clean up the sides. And the products I use are Young Nail Speed Clear, Young Nail Speed White, Meraki Nails A Glitter, a Zoev Pink, Hot Pink and Clout, White from Valentino, and Barbie Frosting from iGel Beauty. This is the name of that. This Zoev color is really, really pretty. It was a nightmare to use. But anyway, my primer is No Lift Primer. It's available on Amazon. I'm just using it out of a protein bond container. It's No Lift Primer though. I do 2 layers across all the nail beds. Don't get it on the skin. It has a tendency to burn. Not if you just have a cut, just if you get it on the skin in general. It's a really good primer, but it very much needs to just be on the nail bed, not on the skin. My monomer, as always, is Glim & Glitz. And my brush is a size 12. It will be linked below. Or a size 14. I have the same brush from Tony Lee Nails in 2 different sizes, and I always forget which one I'm using at the time. But okay, back to this Zoev color. Zoev had a big sale recently, like huge sale. And I didn't even catch it until it was completely over. And I mean like whole site $3, $4. It was a crazy sale. Some people are telling me that their Zoev colors are not curing like at all. Like they're not drying up and hardening to, you know, a regular, doing what a regular acrylic should do. They are like not just slow drying, they're not drying at all. Just let me know if you guys have had any of those issues or if you have ran into any issues with Zoev. I feel that the formula was off, and maybe that's why they had the big sale, because they're trying to get rid of all of the product because they, you know, don't know what product is defected and what product isn't. So they just probably are starting from scratch, which I admire. If you have an issue with your company, fix the issue. Don't sweep it under the rug. Don't avoid it. Just do what they did. Have a really cheap blowout sale, and then, you know, reformulate your product and start from scratch. This beautiful, beautiful hot pink color is a nightmare to use. It does dry eventually, but it is extremely slow drying. Extremely slow drying. You have to have the lightest touch or you will wipe the product away. For some reason, it gets real clumpy. It doesn't spread good. It's not buttery soft. So yeah, I hardly ever use my Zoev colors, and I have like 3 of them, and they're all gorgeous, gorgeous, highly pigmented colors that are a nightmare to use. Hate to say it, but it's the truth. So I'm using that color today because the Barbie Frosting iGel Beauty polish really went perfect with this color, and I did get it done, but a nightmare. Like an actual nightmare. As you can see me here, I'm just trying my best. I had to dip back to the product several times, but you know, I got it done. I got it done at the end of the day. So like I said, I didn't get any really good filing, and I hate that. But I wasn't in frame good. So here we are at the design part. I put down a few globs of matte top coat from Models 1. And then I put one dollop of that Barbie frosting in there. You want this color with the top coat mixture to be very cloudy. In comparison to when I put the Barbie frosting down, just that color by itself, you'll see that that color is much more pigmented and it's truly like a neon pink. And this color needs to be a very cloudy version of that. It needs to be like 2 steps down in color. And you'll see why when we get to that part, but you don't want that color to be too intense. I actually could have put a little less of that pink in there, and you really want it to be like a cloudy baby pink, and I just think that it'll give a better effect. And don't use top coat, use a matte coat for sure. So here I am with the liner brush I got from Beetles. Very cheap liner brushes off of Amazon. They get the job done though. I'm not the best with hand drawing. I'm really not good at all with hand drawing. Let's just call it what it is. I have to practice that a lot more, but I just tried my best to make hearts. And then I made some little starbursts, the 4-point starbursts. And then I also added some dots, and I just thought that that really added to the vintage 90s spray painted t-shirt design that we're going for here. So there are a bunch of inspiration pictures on Pinterest, which is where I got this idea from. I can't even credit the original source at this point because this is so trendy and popular. I don't even know who was the original person, or I don't even know the name of the person that I got the idea from. So, that sucks when you can't be like, oh, I did this inspired by XYZ, because you don't even know who they are, because the pictures just float. It's one of those situations where it's like a screenshot of a screenshot of a screenshot. But yeah, anyway, you want to just do it a freestyle way. There's no real wrong way to do it. Just draw your hearts, and then whatever stars or any starburst that you want to come around the nail, around the hearts, then just draw that too. Because when you put the effect with the cloudy matte polish, when you put that effect over it, that's really what's gonna send the design. So if it looks wonky right now in this stage, or if you're not really proud of how it looks in this stage, just stay down. Okay, stay down, stay with it. Don't judge it too much at this stage. Okay, now we are at our next stage. We pick up our dotting tool and we're dipping it into that cloudy mixture, and we're tracing the hearts, and we're gonna trace the circle in the middle of the 4-point stars. You don't gotta do the whole 4-point star. I thought that the effect was better if you just trace the cloudy mixture around the center of the 4-point star, but I did trace around the whole heart. And you're not trying to make it seamless. You really want to overdraw it. And when you do it, you will see the effect that I'm talking about, because it'll really give that blown out airbrushed feel. Then let that cure. Then you go in with a liner brush. I use the same one, I just kept cleaning it off. And you want to highlight certain points of your hearts with white. It's really going to drive the design up. Don't use a lot, and don't trace the whole heart. Just little points in the heart. You want to just put a little line of white there, and it's going to give that highlighted effect that you see in a airbrushed t-shirt or in a spray painted t-shirt. And that's really going to like really drive the design home. Once you do that, you're going to see like, oh, okay, the little cloudy overdraw, that's what we're gonna call it, the cloudy overdraw, then the highlight is really what's giving you that airbrush feeling. I'm using my Zulay nail adhesive and a wax pencil to put Cuticle Bling on 3 of the nails that don't have the drawn design. I did not want to overdo it. Didn't want to overdo it. The star of this look is definitely the nails with the drawn design, because that's the popular trendy thing, and that's, you know, what's making it very Valentine's Day-ish. So I didn't want to overdo it with the bling. I thought that the glitter was really pretty too, but you know, I do love bling, so do your own thing, you know, whatever you want to do. I don't think that you can go wrong with bling. If you feeling uninspired, throw some bling on there. That's just how I roll, you know. So I'm going to put some bling just off to the side on this thumbnail. And that's really going to be the whole design. But before we get out of here, I just want to let you guys know that I thank you guys so much for subscribing and for watching my videos. Thank you so, so much. It really helps me out a lot when I get feedback on my videos. So thank y'all for being here. And if you are not subscribed, please do, because I am having a giveaway at 500 subscribers. And yeah, I just want you guys to stick around for more videos. I got them coming. Believe me, life gets busy, but I do got them coming. I got that content on the way for y'all. And so yeah, thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye.